Hey guys, we'll be covering all of the Nintendo Switch's game announcements for the second week of March. We'll go over the games that were announced in the Nintendo Direct first, then the ones that weren't. So with that out of the way, let's get started. Our first announcement is the bombshell that Nintendo dropped on us in the Direct. Super Smash Bros. Is coming to the Switch later this year. We don't know if this will be a port or a new game. Speculation is pointing towards a new title, but of course the only thing we do know is that the Inklings will be playable characters. Activision's Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy is also coming to the Switch July 10th. This package will contain all three action platformers, Crash Bandicoot 1, Crash Bandicoot 2 Cortex Strikes Back, and Crash Bandicoot 3 Warped. Ubisoft's South Park The Fractured But Whole is also coming to the Switch on April 24th. This RPG adventure game had been rumored in the past, but is finally confirmed. This is a direct sequel to the original Stick of Truth, and it will feature a season pass with some story DLC. Captain Toad Treasure Tracker is also coming to the Switch July 13th. This is a port of the sandbox puzzle game originally released on the Wii U, which will now include levels from Super Mario Odyssey from a variety of worlds, and a co-op multiplayer mode. Undertale was also announced. This indie darling comedic RPG will be making its way eventually to the Switch to teach us that fighting isn't always the answer, when you can charm or jerk your way out of a battle. Capcom's Okami HD is also coming to the Switch. In this action-adventure game, you play as Amaterasu, the goddess of the sun, in the form of a white wolf, in gorgeous environments with a very unique art style. Little Nightmares Complete Edition is also coming to the Switch May 18th. This horror adventure game will include all of the previously released DLC, plus Switch-specific features including amiibo support for the Pac-Man amiibo. We also got confirmation that Square Enix Saga Scarlet Grace is coming to the Switch later this year. Announced in the Japanese Direct, in this JRPG you take control of 4 different protagonists through separate scenarios. Switch-specific features will include enhanced graphics and streamlined gameplay. Taiko Drum Master is also coming to the Switch later this year. Announced on the Japanese Direct, this game will feature exclusive songs from Super Mario Odyssey and Splatoon 2, as well as full HD Rumble support. And the last game announcement we got from the Direct is Sushi Striker The Way of Sushido, coming to the Switch on June 8th. In this puzzle action game, you devour sushi as fast as possible and you stack up the plates to throw them at your enemies. The game will also feature online multiplayer. Now we'll cover the games that were announced this week that weren't part of the Direct. Starting out with Last Day of June coming to the Switch later this year. Originally teased on Twitter by the creator, this adventure puzzle game is confirmed to be running on the Switch, so a release date should be announced soon. Ash of Gods is also coming to the Switch. After the Steam release, the devs will be targeting the Switch as the main console for this turn-based tactical RPG that features a constantly evolving story based around the risks you take and the way you choose to play. Nikala has confirmed that the Code of Princess EX is also coming to the Switch this summer. This action RPG will receive quite a lot of enhancements from the original 3DS roots, like HD visuals, local co-op, smarter AI, updated balancing, new leveling system, and even more characters. Another Sight is also coming to the Switch this fall. This is a surreal fantasy adventure game with steampunk elements set in 1899 where you can solve environmental puzzles beneath London to discover the hidden society. Kana is also coming to the Switch later this year. Appearing on the European eShop, this exploration detective game had been rumored for the hybrid console since last year, when the developers made it very clear that they wanted to port it. Semblance will be hitting the Switch eShop next month. You'll be playing as a soft bouncing character in this puzzle platformer as you reshape the world or reshape yourself to complete the intricate levels. Hyper Brawl Tournament is also coming to the Switch this summer. This is an arena-based sports combat game that mixes sporting and action in competitive player versus player combat, with plenty of game modes to test out your might. Sparkle 3 Genesis is coming to the Switch eShop on March 15th. This is an ocean-exploring, life-evolving sim, and is the direct sequel to Sparkle 2 Evo, which released on the Switch a few months back. Valhalla is also coming to the Switch. Originally rumored since last year, now we have direct confirmation from the designer that is coming this holiday season, and it will be a one-to-one port from the Steam version. Framed Collection is also coming to the Switch in spring of 2018. This collection will include both Framed 1 and 2 that feature a fusion of unique gameplay mechanics and clever narrative via puzzles. Fight Crab is also coming to the Switch later this year. This epitome of gaming excellence will feature one-on-one fights where you need to flip over your enemy for 3 seconds to win. On a personal note, I can't wait to play this, it's just so bizarrely funny and weird. Arc System Works confirmed that Eat Beat Dead Spike's Son is also coming to the Switch eShop on March 22nd. This food gobbling rhythm game features characters and music from the Black Blue fighting series. The Holy Potatoes trilogy is also coming to the Switch. This trilogy consists of the Holy Potatoes A Weapon Shop, Holy Potatoes We're in Space, and the Holy Potatoes What the Hell. All of these titles will be rolling out on the hybrid console this spring. Another World is also coming to the Switch in spring of 2018. This classic platform action-adventure game originally debuted in 1991 and has been ported to many consoles including the 3DS and the Wii U. The Seashore is also coming to the Switch. Announced via the Kickstarter project, this action platformer with RPG and Metroidvania-like elements surpasses original stretch goal, and we should be seeing that on the hardware console later this year. Nycra is also coming to the Switch. With the Game Make Studio 2 engine getting fully supported on the console, the Nycra developer took to Twitter to say that he will be porting the game on Switch as soon as possible. Bombslinger is also coming to the Switch. An eShop listing appeared for April 11th for this Bomberman-like game which features single-player campaign with procedurally generated levels and multiplayer support for up to 4 people. Enchant Mahjong is also coming to the Switch eShop in March 15th. This Mahjong experience features 140 levels and a lot of waifu-filled artwork. Sylvaria Restoration is also coming to the Switch. Announced via Nintendo of Hong Kong, which has been making a lot of announcements due to the console releasing there recently, confirmed that this vertical shooter is coming to the Switch in July. Cubite Interactive confirmed that Vazara HD Collection is also coming to the Switch. This HD remastering of the bullet hell shooter duo Vazara and Vazara 2 was only previously available on the arcade. And the last game announcement we got this week is Swim Out, coming to the Switch eShop on March 20th. This is a strategic turn-based puzzle game in which you need to plan out your strokes in the pool so you can never cross any other swimmer's path. And that's all the games we'll be covering this week. This was an amazing week when it comes to announcements, topped with a delectable direct, and it's worth pointing out that the game release list from May to July is fully stacked. So with all that said, as per always, thank you guys so much for watching. I truly appreciate the support. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. See ya!